Hi guys, welcome to Via Meditation. I was reading one Zen scripture called as Hsin Hsin Ming. It's by the Zen master Sosan. This is one scripture that I have been revisiting in my life from time to time. It just happens, and whenever I read it, it never fails to ensnare me. The scripture is very simple. I read out the four lines from the first six lines of the paragraph number one. It says that the great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences. And then the first paragraph ends with the last two lines. Make a smallest distinction, and heaven and earth will be set infinitely apart. Now, this is, very powerful. So it says, part a hair, make a smallest distinction, and then heaven and earth are infinitely apart. This, is very much in line with the Taoist thought process of accept whatever comes your way. And incidentally, I also read the commentary of Osho on this text many years ago. And there, Osho says that great way is not difficult, but the mind makes it difficult. Then he goes on to gives an example of a tree, lake, a river. He says the river and the trees, they are in the Tao, and hence they don't make a choice. They just flow with it. So the great way is not difficult for a tree because it makes no preferences. But Osho also mentions that in case of a tree, it is naturally in the Tao. It is unconscious. It is the state which is a natural state for them. So tree does not make a choice, but it is unconsciously so. And then he goes on to say, a man like Sozan or a Zen master is a tree plus full awareness. It makes no choices, but it is with full consciousness. Now, this explanation actually links exactly to what JKrishnamurti has been saying, choiceless awareness. So, the Hsin Hsin Ming of Sozan, the first paragraph, actually is nothing but an elaboration of the expression choiceless awareness, which JKrishnamurti has been saying and is famous for that. Then, incidentally, I happened to read, a book called as Chidakash Gita, which is the spoken account of Bhagwan Nithyananda. It was recorded by a disciple. And in one of the sutras, Bhagwan Nithyananda says that if a dog is served food in a golden bowl or it is served in a ceramic bowl, it makes no difference to the dog. Then again, it's that same choiceless awareness or making no preference. Like going back to the sutra, part a hair and make a distinction, and heaven and earth are set infinitely apart. Now, I think it makes sense. It is so, and we can absorb this at a mental level. But with a channel like Via Meditation, with a focus on meditation, our aim is to make this into a practice. I think George Gurdjieff has given a method where we can actually, take a litmus test and see whether we are in a state of choiceless awareness or not. I've spoken about this method, but it really fits into this very well. He says, George Gurdjieff says that avoid expressing anything negative. Whatever may happen, just try to resist and not express negative. Now, actually expressing negative clearly is an indication that you have failed in your choices awareness. Sometimes, it may be raining or you are stuck in traffic. You say, oh, you're stuck in traffic. It's a negative expression. It is not being choiceless. It is being stuck by the traffic and it is affecting us. And this goes on, in numerous ways. We actually express a lot of negative throughout the day. So, summing up the talk, how the great masters got linked: Sozan, Osho, JKrishnamurti, Nithyananda, and George Gurdjieff. The great way is not difficult for those who make no preference. And to test whether you're making no preference or not, the best is to see how much negative do you express. First is expression, and then you can internalize it. How much of negative, do you actually feel? So that's it. I wanted to make a small talk on this. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and try to share the videos. Thanks again.